Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Columbus Caps and the Toronto Thunderbirds. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Toronto Ball Club as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special. And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
All right, here we go. Green, 39, green!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 71 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches.
2 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that's tough duty for a strong safety, because truly he's a hybrid-type player. A pass defender, which makes him more of a defensive back, but really his tackling ability is like a linebacker. So they don't mind coming up and taking those guys on, but that's a tough task there, taking on the big fella.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball.
Defense right there. Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
And that is incomplete here.
Because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Here's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And on the ground they go with the running back. And that one blown up quickly. And time is up on the 1st quarter. 0-0 our score. But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, any time, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Looking to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result. Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, there will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks.
On 1st and goal, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
An option
Take to make sure they don't do that again.
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Ball away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A lot of time to change things. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw again is Jackson. And he comes. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. He's just going to dump this one out to his fullback out of the backfield.
Just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Let's go!
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In for the score. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A 10-play drive that time. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now another timeout call. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
4 down. Now let's go. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete.
Go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now let's go.
And they'll run it here. Room here to run. And now running right through it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Here we go now. Blue liner.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here.
Now let's go. Green.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Still 7 yards to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game.
Here we go now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't quite pick it. His kick is good.
And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How many
time.
plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. As time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with 2 lead. A try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
I wouldn't see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His throw incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective.
And they'll go on the ground. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Point after here coming up. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
Less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do, so I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there on third down. 46 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Face mask. Defense.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll try and run it here, but he will not get in here. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken near the 13. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Jackson now. Throwing right, and that's complete. Up him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line here with 1:51 left. Count onto the field. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green,
He's back to
39.
throw.
Green, 39.
And that'll be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Sometimes when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case, the defense said, we're dictating the terms and turned it loose towards him.
So this. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many
sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback, because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.